All right, third graders, here we are. It is time for another video lesson demonstration. I apologize. We just do not have all the supplies that we can do for you. We have some students in class, some students at home, so it'll be hard to get different temperatures of water going. So this is what we're gonna have to do right now. But if you would like to do this after class at home, you're more than welcome to do so. I will make a video, post a video for you to watch to help you figure out how you can do this at home. So here we go. All right, so as you can see, I have 3 cups of water. This is cup A, this is cup B, and this is cup C. They are all this. What's similar about these waters is that they all have the same amount of water. I used a syringe and I measured 100 milliliters of water into each cup. But the thing is, I want to figure out which cup, A, B, or C, which cup is the coldest and which cup is the warmest. So, because I have fingers, I'm going to use my finger. I'm going to stick them in each cup of water, and I'm going to try and figure out which cup is the warmest, which cup is the coolest. So, okay, it's a little cool. It's not bad. All right. All right, so this one. Ooh, this one definitely feels colder. All right, so we know cup B right now is the coldest. Cup C though. Cup C is warmer than cup B. So I know cup B is the coldest. But now I need to figure out which one is colder between cup A and cup C. So again, use my finger. Okay, feels nice. I feel like I wouldn't take a bath in this because it's a little too cold, but I could go swimming in this water, okay? But this one feels the same. I can't tell. I would definitely go swimming in this one too. It's too cold to take a bath. I can't, Now this isn't right. So I know cup B for sure is colder. Like it's, whoo! I would not even go swimming in that. All right, so, I wasn't able to figure out if cup A or cup C was colder. There has to be an easier way that I could figure out how cold or warm an object is, right? Is my finger, should I be using my finger to figure out how cold or warm something is? If not, what should I be using? There has to be something that's more accurate. Now, what if I said that there was a tool that was actually designed to help us figure out how cold or hot an object is? All right? I want to introduce, the thermometer. Everybody say thermometer. All right, so the thermometer is a tool for measuring temperature. All right, and now you will see that there is an F for Fahrenheit and a C for Celsius. Now, in America, we use Fahrenheit, but the standard unit of temperature is the metric system, and in most countries, they use Celsius, so that we are going to be measuring in Celsius. Let's go ahead and focus. All right, so a thermometer is a thin glass, right here, a thin glass or tube that is filled with a red liquid. Red. All right, and as the liquid warms, as the temperature gets warmer, the red liquid warms up and it expands. By expands means it rises, it gets bigger, expands up the tube, all right, and it takes up more space. But when the liquid gets colder, it contracts. Contracts means it takes up less space, so it goes down, it goes farther down the tube, right? And that's when it gets colder. So the higher the column of liquid, the higher the red light line is, the warmer the temperature is. All right, so in order to use this, you are going to stick the red line in the cup, all right? And as you will be able to then determine if that liquid is warmer or colder. And wherever the line is resting, you will be able to determine the temperature. So let's go ahead and focus this. So you can see the red line is right at about 30 degrees Celsius. 30 degrees Celsius, right? That's the temperature in my house right now, all right? But now we want an accurate way to figure out the temperature of each cup. So what I'm going to do is I am going to place the thermometer in cup A. So we have cup A. All right, now we look at the red line and we see that it is about 25 degrees Celsius because we're reading on the right side. Cup A is about 24 degrees Celsius. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you, right, let's take out our journal. All right, we're going to put water temperature. I have cup A, cup B, cup C, and we're eventually going to have a cup D. But right now we know that cup A is 24. This little circle, that circle means degrees. That's a symbol for degrees. And C means Celsius. So cup A is 24 degrees Celsius. All right? So I already knew, like just by putting my finger in, I knew that cup B was colder than cup A and cup C. But now let's figure out how cold it actually is. All right? So remember, cup A was 24 degrees. But now let's watch what happens to the line. Look at that line is going down, 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 down. Remember, it started at 24. It started out right here. And now cup B is 10 degrees Celsius. All right, so in my journal, right, cup B is 10. Remember, this circle means degrees Celsius. And now let's figure out what cup C is, all right? So we knew that cup B was going to be colder than cup A and C, but we couldn't tell if cup A or cup C were the same temperature. So now I'm putting it in. Now watch. The red line's going back up. It started at 10 degrees, and now it's rising back up. We're trying to wait for it to stop. Okay, it has stopped. So cup C is about 24 degrees Celsius. Cup C, 24 degree sign Celsius. All right, so now we can see, all right, so cup A was 24, cup B was 10 degrees Celsius, and cup C was 24. So no wonder I couldn't figure out which one was warmer, cup A or cup C, because they were both the same temperature. All right, so that's why we really want to use a thermometer to figure out for sure what the temperature is so we can figure out which liquid is colder or which one is warmer. All right, but now, right, I'm going to get rid of cup A or cup C. I don't want the warmer temperature. I want to see how we can measure how hot liquid is. So I'm going to get rid of cup A and cup C. All right? Yeah. Take thermometer out. All right. Cup B, C, cup B, we don't need you anymore. All right? We only want to focus on cup B. And now we're going to bring in a cup D. All right? This is going to be cup D. So now I have a cup of warmer liquid. I don't know how hot this is. All right? So to make it fair, I'm going to take 100 milliliters of this warm liquid. So here's 50 milliliters right here. All right. Now, I'm going to get another 50 because 50 plus 50 equals 100. And so you guys are able to see, I'm going to put a drop of blue food coloring in. And I'm going to stir it, stir, 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 stir. All right. So now I have a cup of warm liquid right here, cup D. So again, I'm going to use my thermometer. We're going to measure in Celsius because that's the metric symbol or system of measuring. All right. So I'm going to put the thermometer in. Now let's figure out the temperature, right? So we can see the line is expanding. It is getting higher and higher. The cup is expanding, so that means it's getting warmer. Look at that red line. It went from 24 degrees Celsius all the way up to 51 degrees Celsius. All right, so now we know that cup D is 51 degrees Celsius. All right, but now I want to do something fun. I want to do something unique. All right, I want to see if we can figure out. All right, so we know that cup B is 10 degrees Celsius. And we know that cup D, the warmest cup, is 51 degrees Celsius. Now let's play a little game. Can we predict what the temperature will be like if we combine 50 milliliters of cup B with 50 milliliters of cup D? What would be the temperature if we combine both of them? So this is what I want you to do. All right, I'm gonna have you go in your journal. All right, I want you to write, I predict that the temperature of cup B and cup D combined will be. What do you predict that the temperature will be if we combine both liquids into this cup? All right, so take a few minutes to write this down and make your predictions. All right, so now what we're going to do, all right, we are going to take 50 milliliters of cup B. Remember, 50 milliliters of our 10 degrees Celsius water. I'm going to put it into cup E. Remember, this was 10 degrees. And now I'm going to take 50 milliliters of cup D. All right. And put it into cup E as well. All right. So cup E has both 10 degree water and 51 degree water. So now let's measure. What were your predictions? I'm going to predict that it is going to be about 44 degrees Celsius. Let's see. So it's going. Huh. All right. There's our line. The combined temperature is about 31 degrees Celsius for cup E. All right, so Mr. Berglund, I predicted that it was going to be 44 degrees Celsius, and I was wrong. It's actually 31 degrees Celsius. All right, so now we have the temperature. Cup A was 24 degrees Celsius. Cup B was 10 degrees Celsius. Cup C was 24 degrees Celsius. Cup D was our hottest. It was 51 degrees Celsius. I predicted that it would be 44 degrees Celsius when we combined cup D with cup B. But the combined temperature of cup D and B was actually 31 degrees Celsius. So now what I want you to do is write in your journal, why do we use thermometers? And write a few sentences describing why we use thermometers. There you have it. There is our lesson. All right, we're going to continue to keep working on temperature and measuring temperature and what happens when solids and liquids interact with warm or cooler liquids. All right, but thank you guys. Remember, if you want to see how you can do this at home, I will post a video at home. All right, so I will talk to you later, guys, and we're going to go and talk about this in class.